Morning! That is a Joe Seal style intro. If you've not seen him and you're interested in your farming, he does a daily beef and arable farm blog and he's a good old boy, so go check him out. We are back in the barn and on this frame. So yesterday we set these saddle stones. I can now punch this mortise in here because I know where it's going. Get that brace done, slide it in, see what it looks like. Before I take these out, I just want to mark these draw bores. Thought I'd give the sash clamp a go, if it would pull them up, pull the joints up nice. If I ever need to lengthen a sash clamp, I just put a 10mm bolt, and I bolt the two sash clamps together at two holes that intersect. I say sash clamp, I prefer a T-bar. These are T-bar clamps. They're much better than sash clamps in my opinion, because they stand up on their own. They're just a lot more henching solid. Yeah, if you bolt them together like that, you can lengthen them and pull the joints up nice and far. I'd say that's pretty good. This end post, I know, has got to be scribed a bit back to the wall. I think it's 195, it's currently 200, so I think what I'm going to do is get the grooving attachment on the HK and take the middle of it out about 10 or 12mm deep, leave 40mm on both faces, and then that's pretty easy to zip down with the hand planer when we're on site fitting these. I think that whole beam would move. Look at that. So who enjoyed the cinematic footage in the video the other day, because I watched it back last night, I thought it was quite good. I was quite impressed with myself. Set this end post out, the one I was waiting to cut, and mortised away, just like you'd do on the end of a door. I've just mortised beyond so that post is easy to slip in, because you always, when you're mortising a door or something, the ends of the stiles, you always mortise a bit further. It makes that the top and bottom rail easy to go in. So I've done the same thing on this detail, but this side of it wanted to set back because we're going to see like an extension out the end of this beam and do like a little decorative end on it. So I've now got a gaping great hole in it. It's about 10mm of a hole, which is, yeah, bloody annoying. If it looks really bad in place, I can cut this bit off and just like remove 20mm of it, slide it all along, then cut my housing in the top and hide the joint where this other beam is going to sit in here. So there's another beam coming out here, both sides, and no one will ever know any different. Or the other alternative is just to have a little folding wedge tapped in with the same grain orientation down here, and it'll be forever known as a bit of Bradshaw character. Right, going to use the VNHK kit. I've used the arbor from this and the saw so many times for different things. Never actually used this cutter for what it was intended to be used for. These rails, I've not used these before either. Took the bolts off. didn't really think about these cuts too much going into this. What I should have done was just work from one edge all the way across to my last cut, so that the saw was always supported. But because I cut from both sides into the middle, I left an unsupported cut to finish. So I just held the saw on a slight skew, so the front or the toe of the saw, and there was only a very dangerous bit right at the end where I paid extra attention not to get any kickback from the saw. It's good to get that end post machined. Instead of planing it down, I just trimmed it there with the circular saw. It just seemed like the easier option. I don't know why I didn't try that earlier. So bare plane down to what I think will be the finished size. If I have to plane a mill off while I'm there, no bother at all. So I just glued this using my jig making method with super glue, just to route around with that little trend profile bit. That'll give me the perfect housing for the front, and then square the line over, do the same on the back, and then I've just got to take the bit out the middle. I don't actually possess a saw that will kerf 100mm deep to make that housing, so I can either cut them down by hand, or I can best off getting the weld to try it, but that's about right. Just square this end up. I found that as the blades got blunt in the HK, it cuts a lot more accurate to do a shallow depth cut first.